Kitchen this morning, our focus is on Father's Day this Sunday. We know a lot of dads love their barbecues. Put some meat on that grill and it's even better.
This morning, Chef Becky tries out her new grill with a recipe Dad is sure to love.
Hi everyone, I'm Chef Becky. Today I'm going to share with you the perfect recipe for Father's Day, picnics, tailgating, and camping. It's my beer brine pork chops. Today we're going to be using a new technique called brining. We're going to start by using 1/4 cup of kosher salt, and I'm using a glass measuring cup for this step. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of molasses. Now I'm adding 1 cup of hot water. I'm going to give it a good stir. So I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap and then microwave it on high for 2 minutes to dissolve the brown sugar and kosher salt. So here we have the beginning of our brine solution, which is a salty liquid that will tenderize meat. I'm adding that to a large bowl, and then I'm adding 2 cups of beer, dark beer. For this recipe, I like to use these bone-in loin chops. Another name for it is a T-bone chop. You can see the bone right there. This is the pork tenderloin, and this is the loin. So I use my tongs to submerge the pork chops. You need to start this recipe in the morning because the pork chops need to brine for 6 hours. And about every 2 hours, I'll go in there and turn the chops over and make sure they're getting brined evenly. So now that our pork chops are soaking in the brine, we're gonna make the rub. Again, I'm using the pre-peeled garlic cloves, and I like to trim the ends off. So this is a handy little tool. It's a mini food processor. So I'm going to add 7 cloves of garlic, 5 teaspoons of dried sage, 1.5 teaspoons of table salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of oil. I'm going to put the lid on the food processor bowl and whiz it up. So now I'm going to put the rub in a bowl just to make it a little easier to apply to the pork chops. So now that our pork chops have been soaking in the brine for 6 hours, it's time to proceed with the next step. You can see they're a nice caramel color now. Here I have prepared cookie sheets lined with paper towels, which will help get the extra liquid off of the chops. Anytime you're grilling meat, it should be dry. Otherwise it won't get the sear marks. Now I'm going to use some paper towels to wipe the pork chops. So we're drying the pork chops so they will brown properly on the grill and the rub will adhere. So I'm going to sprinkle about 1/4 teaspoon of the rub on each chop. I like to use gloves because the meat is a little salty on my skin. Now it's time to go back and use my hands and rub the rub onto the pork chop. This recipe is perfect for camping because you can do all of this prep at home and take it with you ready to throw on the grill. Now it's time to flip the chops over and apply some of the rub to the back. I'm so excited about my new grill this season, I have to thank my mom. For this recipe, I have the grill preheating to medium-high. So with these chops, I will grill them. These are a little thicker, so they'll cook for 5 minutes on the first side. I'm going to close the lid and then turn the heat down to medium. Ooh, look at that. Now it's time to turn the chops over. We'll just give these another 4 minutes and it'll be time to take them off. So these are nice and brown on both sides and ready to take off. You do not want to overcook these pork chops. So today we made my beer brine pork chops. It's a special recipe for Father's Day. And the side dish that I recommend serving with it is my sun-dried tomato penne pasta salad, which I'll make next time on KMTR. But I do have the recipe posted on my website.
Yum.
Yeah, and that penne pasta salad, so good.
And together,
yeah,
perfect combination.
And it was really true. She was saying the key is don't overcook the pork chops because those were so juicy and so good.
They look like it.
If you overcook them, though, they'll be dry, and so you don't want to do that. But yes, again, good stuff.
Yeah. Yum.
Good stuff. Are you excited for barbecue weather?
I'm hungry now.
I know. If you'd like the recipe for beer brined pork chops, head to KMTR.com. Click on the KMTR TV tab right there on our homepage, and then click on news links. And of course, you can also find Chef Becky on Facebook.